Oi, Scarlett, I need you to go and pick me up a McDonald's and a few other things from the shop.
Hello to you too.
Yeah, hello, whatever. Look, I need you to go now. I'm going out tonight and I need those things, like, ASAP.
I'm not your slave, you know. Go and get whatever you want yourself. I'm busy.
Doing what? Messing about on your laptop? I mean, what do you even do all day? Because as far as I can tell, it's absolutely nothing. You sit on your laptop all day, every day, acting like you're doing something important, but I bet it's not.
How could you even say that? I'm working incredibly hard. Just because I don't go out to an office every day or work a normal 9 to 5 doesn't mean that my job isn't important or difficult.
How hard can sitting at home in your pajamas be? I mean, honestly, it's kind of pathetic. You need to get a real job and start earning some proper money, like me.
You? The only reason you have a job is because Mom got it for you. If it weren't for her sticking up for you, you'd be unemployed. How many mistakes has she had to cover for you now? I'm surprised you've not been fired yet.
Of course I won't be fired. Mom wouldn't let that happen.
Of course she wouldn't. Because you're her golden girl, right? God forbid you have to act your age and handle things like a grown-up. No. As long as Mom's around, she'll do everything for you.
Maybe if you were more like me, then Mom would actually like you. Besides, you have a lot to say considering you're currently living with us and freeloading off of us.
I might be living at home temporarily, but I'm definitely not freeloading. I pay more than my fair share of the bills and rent. Not to mention, I buy all of my own food and do pretty much everything for myself, like the washing and stuff. Unlike you, all you do is laze around at home, making a mess and expecting Mom to clean up after you. You don't even pay her any money towards the bills.
Ugh, whatever.
You are so selfish. I don't know why Mom doesn't see it. You literally don't care about anyone but yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. I know I'm embarrassed to have you as a sister.
You're embarrassed of me? I'm the one who should be embarrassed to have such a dorky, ugly, and frankly annoying little sister. God knows I've lied about you being my sister. Who would actually want to be related to you?
The feeling's mutual.
Mutual? What does that even mean?
Look it up in a dictionary. You might actually learn something for once in your life.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
Your words, not mine.
You know what?
What?
You're going to regret being such a little witch to me. Just you wait and see.
Whatever you say.
Scarlett, how could you be so mean to your sister? All she asked was if you could run to the shops for her. There was no need to be so vile to her.
Oh, hello, Mom. I see Lindsay's been talking to you. Of course you'd take her side without even asking me about what happened.
What's there to explain? All your sister asked for was for you to grab her a few things from the shops while she got ready for her night out. There was no need for you to be so hateful towards her. Honestly, would it have really hurt you just to do what she asked?
Since when am I her servant? If I was already out, then you know I would have picked whatever she needed up, but I wasn't. In fact, I was in the middle of doing some important work. I definitely didn't have the time to go and grab a bunch of stuff simply because she couldn't be bothered to go and get them herself.
How selfish of you.
Excuse me? How?
Well, Lindsay told me that your work isn't really work. You just sit on your laptop all day, probably on Facebook or YouTube or something. At least if you had helped her out, you could have been doing something useful with your time.
If I don't work, then how am I getting all of my money? The money that I use to pay you, rent, and bills?
Who knows? Perhaps you're signed up to one of those awful adult sites. What is it called now? Fans only or something like that?
Wow, you really think I'd sign up to do something like that? You seriously can't accept that I simply work hard?
Well, let's face it, hun. You're not the brightest star. What else could you do, really?
So now you're calling me stupid?
Isn't that what you called Lindsay? At least she has a proper job that she works hard at, that actually takes skill and dedication.
As opposed to my work?
Well, yes.
Right, okay. Did you actually want something from me, or did you just decide that you were going to try and make me feel rubbish about myself?
Now, there's no need to be so dramatic. Not everything is about you, you know.
Nothing is about me according to you. All you care about is Lindsay. You never once took my side or tried to help me.
Did you ever think that maybe there's a reason for that?
And what would that be?
Your sister is simply better than you, and she needs all the help she can get so that she can be recognized for her talents. She's going to become rich and take care of me in my old age. That's just something you won't be able to do. I need to make sure that my future is secured as well. State pensions don't pay that much, you know.
Oh, wow. Well, at least I can see where Lindsay gets her selfish and self-centered attitude from.
Ugh, enough of this. I'm done arguing with you. There was something I needed to tell you, which is why I messaged in the first place.
What's that then? Going to tell me that I need to give Lindsay my kidney now so she can sell it and get rich?
It's that stupid attitude, which is why me and Lindsay have decided that you need to leave.
What?
Not so snarky now, are you? Me and your sister have decided that it would be better for everyone if you left the home. We simply can't put up with your selfish ways any longer.
You're seriously kicking me out? Because you think that I'm the one being selfish?
Yes, your actions earlier with Lindsay were simply the last straw. We don't want such a heartless person in the family. You need to be gone by tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow? Where am I going to go?
I don't know, but it's your problem, not mine, to figure out. If all your things aren't gone, then I'll simply throw them out onto the street.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't want to spend a single minute longer in this vile house than I have to. Hey, Mike. Sorry to message so late. Are you about?
Hey, Scarl. Yeah, what's up?
My mom is kicking me out of the house. I need to move out by tomorrow afternoon. I was wondering if I could crash in your spare bedroom until I find a place of my own.
Of course you can. I can't believe she's doing that to you.
I can. I bet it's all Lindsay's idea. My mom always does whatever she wants. On the upside, I finally finished the code for my game. There's just a few things that I need to tweak, and then it should be good to go.
That's great to hear. Companies are gonna be jumping at you to buy it. It's easily the best game that I've played in ages.
Thanks, Mike. I'll be at yours soon.
Cool. I'll get the ice cream waiting. See you soon.
Hello? Is this Scarlett?
Hello? Who is this?
It's Lindsay, your sister. I know it's been a while since we last spoke. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's good. I'm good too, by the way.
Great.
Well, I say good. There are a few things I actually need help with, if you'd be able to.
There it is.
What do you mean?
I knew the only reason you were texting me was to try and get your hands on my money.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw it written somewhere that you're a billionaire now.
That's right. My game's paid off. Companies loved my series so much that they paid me big money to own them. I've invested that money sensibly and managed to make my fortune.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of money though, and I'm sure you could spare some, right?
I could, but I won't. Not to you anyway.
You don't understand. I just need some money so that I can buy a place to live. Living with mom is driving me crazy.
You still live with mom?
Well, yeah. I lost my job at the office, so I couldn't afford to get my own place. But you can help me now. I'm your big sister, after all.
Wow. Well, that's a hard no. I'm not going to buy you a house simply because you demand it of me.
Don't be so selfish. You've got billions. You can spare a few million for a decent house for me.
After the way you and mom treated me, I wouldn't spare you a penny.
Are you still upset about that?
You kicked me out of my home when I had nowhere else to go. What kind of family does that?
Well, it did you some good. Look at where you are now. We motivated you to work hard. If anything, you owe us half of your fortune for what we did for you.
You've not changed one bit, still as selfish and self-centered as ever.
I'm not the one hoarding billions to myself.
I don't hoard it, actually. I give millions away to charities every month. You know, to people who actually need the help and not someone who's just being selfish and thinking of themselves.
Are you seriously not going to give me anything? We're family.
No, we're not. You've been my sister by blood, but you're not my family. I've made a new family out of friends who truly love me and would be there for me through thick and thin. They wouldn't just abandon me or kick me out the second they felt like it. How about instead of demanding something that you've done nothing to earn, you focus on making yourself a better person and getting a job? Because you're not getting a penny from me.
I hate you.
I'm sure you do, but I don't care. I've got a great life, and I'm not going to let you ruin that. So this is goodbye. Don't try and contact me again because I won't respond. Have a good life, Lindsay. I hope you eventually learn how to empathize and think of others. You never know. You might actually see good things start happening for you. After that, I blocked Lindsay on every social media platform that I could think of. While she might have been my sister, I knew that she would never respect me, and I didn't want that kind of toxicity in my life. I knew I deserved better than that. I eventually met a man who later became my husband, and we now have a wonderful little family. I treat my children with love and respect and make sure that they do the same for each other as well. As for my mom and sister, I'm not entirely sure what happened to them. I never tried to get back in contact with them and can only hope that they came to realize the error of their ways and tried to better themselves and their behavior towards others. Hey, Jason. Guess what?
Oh, hey, sis. Nice to hear from you, too. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, whatever. Look, do you want to know my news or not?
All right. What is it?
I'm gonna be a model! Isn't that exciting?
Whoa, a model? That's great. But I thought you went to college to study medicine. How did this happen?
Well, actually, it's a really funny story. I was out with my friends the other night, having a few drinks and dancing and stuff.
So, just a regular Tuesday evening for you then.
Oh, ha ha. Anyway, While we were out, some guy called Darren came up to me and told me I would make a beautiful model. He said that I was way too pretty to be a doctor, and the man got a point, right? So he gave me his card and told me to get in touch. So I called him the next day, and he said he would get me in touch with some real big names in the industry. We just have to do a few promo shoots before. Cool, right?
Are you sure that's legit?
What do you mean?
Well, doesn't it all just seem a little shady to you? Some random guy from a nightclub coming up to you and randomly giving you his card to become a model? It just doesn't seem like a proper deal to me.
Ugh, why do you have to ruin everything?
What?
Like, I tell you this amazing news, and you just need to find something wrong with it and put me down. Classic, Jason.
That's not true at all. I'm just trying to look out for you and make sure that you're not getting yourself into some shady business that could ruin your life.
Oh wow, so me modeling is going to ruin my life? Nice to know you have faith in me.
No, that's not what I meant.
At least I'm doing something with my life.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think? All you do all day is laze around the house. I mean, seriously, when are you going to stop being such a freeloader and actually get a job in a...
Is that really what you think of me? That I'm just some lazy freeloader?
Well, yeah. You got fired like a year ago. And instead of getting back out there and looking for something new, you've done nothing. Staying at mom and dad's house, eating their food, using their stuff. I bet you don't even pay rent. It's really sad. At least I'm doing new things and enjoying my life. So it's not my fault that you're jealous that I'm getting noticed and will have an amazing career in modeling.
Wow. Tell me what you really think, huh?
I'm just being honest. Sometimes the truth hurts. Maybe you should do something about it if you're not happy with how things are.
Whatever.
Look, I'm just trying to look out for you.
Oh yeah? How's that?
It's obvious, isn't it? Mom and dad are going to get sick of you eventually, if they haven't already. I'm just trying to help you see the problem before it ruins your relationship with them. At the end of the day, it's their home. Seriously, you need to become more independent.
Has mom told you this?
Well, no, but you know I'm closer to her than you are. I can tell what she thinks.
Uh-huh. Sure. Hey, Mom.
Oh, hey, sweetie. How are you? Did you hear about your sister's new job?
Oh, yeah, she told me about it earlier.
Isn't it great? Oh, I can just see her on the front cover of magazines and in the news. Maybe she'll even get to go to those Fashion Week things. Do you think she'd take me with her if I asked? I've always wanted to go to Paris.
Yeah, I don't see why she wouldn't. Actually, Mom, I actually wanted to discuss something that Millie said earlier. It left me feeling a bit upset.
Oh, what was it?
She said that I was freeloading off of you and Dad, and that I was basically wasting my life. Why would she say that?
Oh, I'm sure she didn't mean it. You know how she can get sometimes.
Yeah, but where'd she even get the idea that I'm freeloading off of you from? I mean, you know that's not true, right?
Of course I know that. Look, your sister's going through that phase where she thinks she knows everything. She's just discovering her own independence in college, and she probably thinks it's a bit weird that you're living at home still when you could be doing so much more with your life.
Is that what she thinks, or what you said to her?
What? No, I never said anything like that. Don't be silly. Look, just give your sister a little bit of time to settle into her new life and pursue this modeling thing. It could be just the thing that everybody...
Yeah, sure. Fine.
Jason, are you there? Jason, get your lazy butt out of bed already and answer me. It's an emergency.
What, Millie? I'm busy.
Doing what? Waking up?
No.
Whatever. Just stop whatever non-important thing it is that you are doing and listen to me. I need your help.
What's wrong?
I need you to move out of mom and dad's house. Like, ASAP.
What?
Ugh, what's so hard to understand about that? You need to move out because I need to move back in.
What are you on about? Why do you need to move back in?
Something's happened at college and I need to go home for a while.
Okay, well, your room is still here, so you can just move back in, and I'll stay in my room.
No, you need to move out because my friend is coming to stay as well.
What? Why?
Ugh, look, you know that modeling thing I told you about a few months ago?
Yeah?
Well, things were going great for the first few weeks, but then Darren said that he just needed a little bit of money to get things going and to get people to notice us and use us for their photo shoots. But he kept asking for more and more. And first I thought that was fine, you know, because starting a business does take money, right? But recently, I haven't been able to get in contact with him at all. It's like he's ghosting me. And to make matters worse, I kind of skipped a bunch of lessons and fell behind on my studies because of it, so the college kicked me out. I also used my student loan to pay Darren the money he needed, and so did my friend Louise, so we're in a bunch of debt.
Oh, wow. That's quite a mess you've gotten yourself into. I did try to warn you that it might not be the best idea.
I don't need your I told you so right now. Just make sure you've moved out by this weekend. Louise is having your room.
Whoa, hold up a second. I don't think so.
What?
Well, this is my home too. You can't just kick me out.
Ugh, why are you being so selfish?
I'm being selfish?
Yes, I'm your little sister and I should get priority. You've been a freeloader at home for long enough now. I need the rooms at Mom's, so I'm going to have them. Period. You'll just have to find somewhere else to doodle around on your laptop all day and waste time.
I don't just doodle on my laptop. You have no idea what I actually do.
And I don't care. What could a loser like you know about living a good life?
Unlike you, the moron who gave away all of her money to a scammer?
Did you just call me a moron?
Well, it's true.
Just you wait.
Jason, I'm very disappointed in you.
Mom? What are you on about?
How could you speak to your sister that way? She's already going through a really tough time and she doesn't need you bullying her to make things worse.
Bullying her? I've done nothing like that.
Don't lie to me. She showed me the texts. How could you call your own sister a moron?
That's what this is about? Mom, she gave all of her college loans to a scammer. It's not exactly smart, is it?
Anybody could have been fooled. You're being such a selfish and horrible big brother. Why can't you just do as she asked?
And what, move out? To where? And why should I? I have just as much right to live in that house as anyone else. In fact, I think I have more right to live there than either you or Dad.
Jason, how could you say such a horrible thing? This is the house that we brought you up in, your father and I, so it is ours. Or do you not remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So it is up to us to decide who lives there or not.
Well, it would be had you not defaulted on your mortgage payments and asked me to pick up the slack after you and Dad lost all your money gambling. My name's on the lease too, or do you not remember that?
Fine, if that's how you want to play, then me and your father will buy you out. We'll take over the mortgage fully, but if we do this, then you are to leave the house immediately and not come back to live here ever again, okay?
So, let me get this straight. You'd rather pay me thousands of dollars to kick me out rather than have me live with you, all because Millie, your favorite child, said she wants her friend to come and stay instead of me?
That's not fair. I love you both. You can still come back to visit. It's not like I'm telling you to leave the family. But it's time you got your own place too.
You know what? Don't worry about it. You've always openly favored her over me. I don't think I want to be associated with such heartless people, even if you're supposed to be my family. I have a lawyer get in touch to sort out the mortgage, and then I'll be out of your hair for good.
There's no need to be so dramatic.
Dramatic? No, I'm just being honest. After this, you won't hear from me again. Sorry to have been such a burden to you. Well, you win, Millie. I hope it was worth it. My room will be cleared and empty by tomorrow.
Glad you finally saw sense. Maybe this way you'll be motivated to get up off your butt and actually do some work.
Actually, just to let you know, all this time you thought I was lazing around on my computer, I was actually creating a brand new game. In fact, earlier today you sent me all these rude text messages. I had a meeting with some high-end executives from a pretty big gaming company who love my idea and want me to work with them. They've already given me quite a bit of money for the idea alone. They say it's going to be the next big seller and will make a lot of money.
What?
Oh, and just a heads up, you'll be expected to take over my mortgage payments on Mom and Dad's house once you move in.
Wait, what are you on about? What mortgage payments?
Well, a couple years ago, Mom and Dad lost all their money gambling. They didn't sell you as they didn't want it to affect you getting into college. I've been helping them pay off the mortgage and all of the bills in the house. Not to mention all the household chores that I did for them. Those will be up to you and Louise as well.
But I don't have the money to do that.
Not my problem. Maybe you should get off your lazy butt and get a job. You're gonna need one.
Well, now that you've got a lot of money and a stable job, couldn't you just keep paying the bills? I mean, we are your family. Don't you want to help us?
You mean like how you helped me by kicking me out of my home? Nah, I'm good. Looks like you're all gonna have to figure things out for yourself from now on. I'm not giving any of you another dollar.
Jason, wait.
Don't bother messaging me again, I won't respond. I'm doing as you said and moving on with my life. And that means cutting out all the negative and toxic people who were in it.
Why are you being so harsh?
I'm just being honest. Sometimes the truth hurts, but maybe you should do something about it if you're not happy with how things are. See ya.